Hello there, welcome back to Nagaur. Last time it's been a few days, I do apologise. There's a couple of reasons for that. I'll just quickly I'll give you a summary of now. Number one, I have been working due to the fact there's a colleague, I guess, on sick leave. So I ended up working 4 extra days this week, been working the entirety of last week, and as a result I arrived this Friday back in the city. So I basically have just started recording, probably started just 5 or 6 hours before this is out. So I do apologize for no video, no information or anything, but I just focused on work and got that out of the way, and then we could focus on other things. Now Bamanis does have, again, a very much a rebel issue here that we need to sell, but that's not really the concern. This is the concern. They're actually stuck up here in Nagaur for some reason, but we are at war with Malva. It's actually been a while, so I need to reacquaint myself with the plan here. But I am pretty sure the plan is just to hand over as much as we can to Bamanis, more or less, and basically just keep Pathiala and Bamanis growing, and of course Persia as well, and then just annex them as time passes by. As you can see, we're allied with both the Ottomans and Kara right now, and due to that, I think we're going to very soon ditch Kara. They are useful, but again, they have kind of expanded, or they have run out. They're not useful to us anymore. That's basically the gist of it. And if I can just keep the Ottomans happy, I could, in worst case scenario, westernize their attack and basically use that as my advantage. But we'll have to see here. We're kind of in a it's kind of interesting position. These next 50 years will be really critical, and hopefully I can make something work here. But funnily enough, Muscovy seems to be falling apart too, which is actually fairly wonderful. But I'll have to try and make some moves here. Again, worst case scenario, I'll just have to try and sell something to a European power. The Ottomans cut off this entrance here, as that plan is now useless. But at least now the Persian Patriots are really doing a very good job here. So with Timurs now having a civil war as well, I'm pretty sure that we'll get at least most of Persia here without having to do anything at all. I'm actually annexing Pathiala, so we'll not have them as a vassal. Might go for trying to vassalize Delhi or Jampur. Yeah, Jampur was a vassalization target, that's how it works. Now I remember. So that is why we're fighting this war, so I can actually take, I guess, this one. Yeah, that was my plan. Now I'm back in motion here. We're going to take Bang Kind here. Then we're going to fabricate claims on Jampur. Then we're going to vassalize them, and then we're going to, well, give back some provinces down the line, I guess. So with my plan currently back in motion, if you will, I'll just get to it, and we'll see how this all plays out. But I think I can take the liberty of upgrading my diplomatic tech here to level 7, naval ambitions. Colonial range increased by 115, and morale by 0.3. Both rather useful in, well, the circumstances. But again, I'll just prepare myself for a war against Jampur. They will be vassalized. And again, I think that is the best way to actually conquer now with the aggressive expansion and everything. Just get some strong vassals, or rather just get vassals, hand over everything you conquer to them, deal with the rebels yourself. If your vassals are weaker than you military tech wise also, they will have weaker rebels that will be more easier to handle, but usually you can also just rely on having a mercenary army to clear out your vassals' lands. But let's face it, I have no idea what will happen if Bamani Peasants actually breaks Bamanis, but we'll see. Worst case scenario, they'll lose some provinces here, but let's hope that will not happen. For now, however, I'll hand everything that I want to hand over to we'll hand actually these 5 over to Bamanis. And again here, this will probably piss some people off beyond belief, kind of how we like to do things. How am I doing in terms of coalition? I should probably have one against me. I don't have a single coalition against me. That is wonderful. So what else are we waiting for then? Nope, we are just going to again just hand over these 4 for now. That should be perfectly alright. Could hand over this one as well. Yeah, might as well. But Mani, do you actually have cores on everything I handed you last time? Nope. They do not have cores. They don't have a single core. So I don't think we can actually hand anything over to Bamanis right now. We'll just take Battle Can for ourselves, so that I can actually, well, get the claim that I want. Other than that, I think we can hand this over to Turhut. but we won't because, again, it's a jumper core that we will recover. Could have them release Gondwana. Could be useful. Potentially, I could then peacefully vassalize Gondwana and get the double, triple vassal set up in the area. So I think we're going to actually force them to release Gondwana here. There's also no cores here that are important for me, so this could definitely work if I play my cards right and just give up your alliance with Delhi. All of those are useful terms for me. Let's go ahead here. We're going to fabricate a claim on Varanasi, and again here I think I can probably. No, not the same religious group, so that's still a stopper. I'm a bard. Let's send that army there to just keep them in check so that I don't get a ton of rebels. And Bamanis wants a royal marriage. I'll decline that because you are falling apart. But yeah, Gondwana, it doesn't really matter. Worst case scenario here, I wasted some diplomatic points. And best case scenario, I have now 3 less provinces that will be involved in a coalition against me. Bengal is fighting Orissa, which is wonderful news for me because that means that I'll have a very easy job of messing up here. Ming completely disintegrated. They completely disintegrated. They lose their course too. No, Ming still has course in the area. We're going to actually change our tactics here. We're going to go straight for a Ming core. Seriously, we're just going to go straight for a Ming core. Declare without casus belli, I don't care. I just need a core of Ming. Khmer and Ning. There we do have Ning. You, who are you allying with? Khmer and Dali. Dali is rather huge, so probably not the best bastard to mess with. Yan is allied with Korea, Vu, and Jin. Oh, it was just John. Can I get military access from Manchu? No. If I just improve my relations here, get military access from Manchu, then I might go for taking a Jin core, or taking a province from Jin, recreating Ming, and boom, suddenly I have Ming under my control, which of course will give me a tremendous amount of power in the grand scope of things. So yeah, that is definitely something I'll be looking into. For now, I'll just wait for the claim to be fabricated, and of course we get a Regency Council. My mission failed. Cooperate Bamanis, improve defenses, manpower needs to recover, we'll go with that one. And let's see here, I can add a policy if I really wanted to. Gujarati nationalists, this one is slowing down now as you can see. But yeah, three Regency Council here. I think I'll just sit by here and wait and we'll see how this pans out. But for now, there's not really much to do. I'll still be trying to vassalize Jampur. And potentially go for vassalizing Gondwana here by force. They're not really a very big, very rich country, and they won't probably not have any allies. Thus, I still get my triple vassal wall, if you will, that I can use to go east, and with that we can all live happily ever after. And of course, if I then manage to grab Ming into the fold as well, that would just be wonderful. But as you can see, Huai is actually a country that doesn't have anything right now to protect themselves with. And Ning, I can probably get... that Regency Council really came in a very, very bad time. If I had a better position, I could of course have gone after Hue, but that doesn't really work. So we'll improve relations here with Yue, and hopefully, if I'm lucky, as I said, I'll be able to sneak a army into Hue, annex, release Ming, and then certainly I can create a monster that I can use to help me with. Also, if I recreate Ming, I'm pretty sure... No, they'll still have crappy tech, so that doesn't really help. But in the big picture of things, it should be probably fairly helpful. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Persia, not really getting too much here, I think. But I'll just allow the Regency Council to run its course, and I'll be back very, very soon. Luckily enough, here we do get a free stability point. I can choose between 75 gold or point of stability. We'll take the stability point. We can also do an upgrade to military tech, and we'll do that. Trunnions, level 13. Small cast iron cannon, large cast iron cannon, and regimental camp, as well as plus 0.4 to artillery fire and plus 0.10 to artillery shock. So we're starting to get some potentially useful cannons here, which of course is good. Now again here, there haven't actually been any really big changes of land here in Persia, which is kind of negative. But let's face it, there's a 50k Persian Patriot army running around here, so I would assume them to be capable of, well, there we go, flip. So yeah, as I said, I think Persia will be getting everything that I am hoping for here, mostly for free. As you can see, there's unrest here too, so if I get lucky here, I'll get these two for free as well. Khiva is back apparently, or were they never gone? No, they weren't gone, that's how it works. Vassal's Golden Horde, that's an interesting one. But it's going to be interesting to see how this continues. The Horde is doing well, Kasank's doing alright I guess, Kasan, Bashkira. I don't think I've ever seen this country. I'm surprised. Brandenburg is doing well in Europe. Commonwealth is actually also doing fairly alright. Seems like Brandenburg has, however, eaten into Poland. Sorry, Commonwealth, so that'll be interesting. Sweden is doing its own little thing here. Seems like it's actually pissing on Muscovy a little bit, but that's just wonderful. And France has apparently taken the entirety of, or most of the Burgundy area. They didn't inherit it. So that's interesting. Great Britain too. It's going to be harsh to take Germany in this game. It's going to be really, really harsh. We have a strong Brandenburg military, very, very dangerous. We have a new Sultan, 2-2-2, 4-3-4, very solid air. So Gondwana, we do have a truce, ends in 69. Allied with Jumper, Gondwana and Kutch. Funnily enough, I think I can still actually vassalize Gondwana in this war. So why don't we do that? Let's face it, as long as Patiala gets annexed, then I don't really have any vassal issues. Persia will very, very soon run its use down. Basically, it's just wait for these cores to be given back. We'll have to fight Karakonlu. And again, if I actually go for getting Huai here, then it will be straight up just grab it and go. Also, I won't really have to bother about having some strong ships to do so. I can actually just stop mothballing this one now, I think. I won't have to worry about having a strong fleet, because again, I'm just going here, going to take the land, then we'll leave, and of course it's going to be a pain in the ass to do so. But it's going to be interesting. Worst case scenario here, I'll just go ahead and abandon my ties with Karakonlu. I can do that now. I have to fight them most likely pretty soon, so we'll have to see about that. I can take Shinderi. That's a fairly alright mission, but yeah, things are looking good. We should be able to, as I said, deal with Jampur on our own. Unfortunately, I have to go through Malva. Sorry, I have to go through that Patriot army, which is a pain in the ass, but yeah, I think I have to actually deal with that Patriot army for Patiala, because they just can't handle it. Patiala's caught everything they own, so that's fairly good. But it's a mountain battle. I am bound to lose a lot of forces, which is a negative thing. But again, if we just join people up without losing, we won't be losing too much. But I'll just go again here. We'll march south. We'll start the sieging, and hopefully win this war without taking too many losses. And again, I'm a little bit unsure what I'll do with Baman, if I want to actually hunt down the rebels, or if I just want to sit down and wait. For the time being, I feel like sitting down and waiting is probably not the best choice to see, but it works. That's basically the gist of it, the idea. I did actually run into one army here, which is not the best thing ever, but I did manage to see Jampur in well, half a second, so that is a positive note. Yeah, the peasants are actually running into me, but as you can see here, they just spawn more, so there's no reason for me to be uppity and do something else. For now, however, we'll just siege what we can, and I'll make both of these my vassals. That is a given. And again, I'll be focusing on China, which is probably not the best thing ever, but let's face it, Ming still has most of its cores. If I can just recover its cores by 1615 and have them as a vassal, I'll certainly get a huge influx in, well, basically everything. I'll have a very big vassal that I can feed most of this area here too. And again here, it will be kind of hard keeping Ming on a leash, but if I can, then again, I do suddenly have a very big, very accessible source of troops, source of everything really, and that will of course be really, really helpful. But I think we're actually going to leave it here, I think, because we've been doing alright so far, and all that really, well, remains here is just to crush the army, like so. I was about to say, but it didn't actually work at all. Let's try again, like so. And again, now it's just sieging and then we're done. So we're going to leave it here. We're going to continue next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you next time. I might have to march into Persia here. There's some Shia zealots, so I might have to consider helping them out with them, just to make sure they don't actually flip in terms of religion. But we'll look into that next time. As you can see, Persia still has a lot of cores in the area. The Kara has taken 3, 5, 6, 7 of their cores, and Timur still has 3 that we'll probably have to do or take through conquest. So we're definitely going to have to fight Kara. And of course, if we fight Kara, I'm going to try and feed them a little bit more than just the cores. But I'll try and be careful with the border with the Ottomans. If I get the Ottomans as my enemy here, then things are going to get nasty really, really fast. So I think, as I said here, I'll just cancel any deal that I have with Kara, and hopefully I can make something work there. Timurids are actually breaking properly apart now. Afghan nationalists, we have pretenders, and of course Persia as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that works next time. Bye!